I've been talking about human interaction and how important it is, and then I get so absorbed in your phone that you're not observing what goes on around you. I've also been talking about not being so reactive, learning to be less reactive, and also observing how things trigger you. I'm on the train, it's a Sunday, I get on the train and the car is basically empty, and I'm like, and no sooner than I sigh that relief, this guy gets on and he's clearly got some mental issues going on, and he's talking really loud and he's rather scary, and I found myself being fearful. And of course he sits right opposite from where I'm standing, and he's just talking out loud. Now he's sitting next to somebody on one side, and on the other side there's two people who are standing. They're not fazed in the least. But he was, like I said, he was kind of scary, and there was a person who even got up at the next stop and left the car. He was really scary, and he's like hollering about how he ain't washed his ass, blah, blah, blah. So he's going on and on and on, just talking to himself. And then he decides, he asked the guy that was standing whether the banks were open on Sunday, whether there was a teller bank. So they get into a conversation, but what was very striking to me was how calm the guy was that answered his question, and he talked to him like he was a human being, not a troubled human being, but a human being worthy of respect. And they had this conversation and went back and forth for a minute, and then the guy turned to the one next to him that was sitting next to him, and they had like a yo man moment, fist bump. And then after that, the guy quieted down. He was actually quiet for a minute. And it was very interesting because the calm interaction with him and other people calmed him down. But now, it was just interesting, again, to observe kindness, respect, noting my own fear, and having to deal with that and tell myself, you're going to calm down and you're going to be very still. Very fascinating to observe. And had I been on my phone, I wouldn't have been able to take that in. It was really ultimately a beautiful thing.
Be sure to order your copy of my book, 28 Daily Thoughts and Mantras for Mindfulness, Keys for Stress Relief and Personal Growth.